Hi guys and welcome to the Watchtower. I am your host DK. This is the Watchtower. So something I've got for you today is a watch that's a little bit interesting. It apes not one but two different types of Rolex, taking style elements from the dial, the utility, the look and also the bezel insert from each. Why don't we go inside and take a look? So guys, what we have today is a Loreo. More specifically, the Loreo L9208G. But for obvious reasons that you'll see in a minute, I'm going to call it either the Loreo Yacht-Tona or the Loreo Daymaster. And it'll become very clear in a minute when I open the box as to why that is. So, this is the box it came in. It says Loreo since 1996. It's kind of got this nice bamboo look to it. It's just a basic, quite stiff cardboard box. You can hear there. It's quite resilient. It's going to give it a good protection if you order it from AliExpress, which is where I got mine. Loreo is a brand that basically mainly deals through AliExpress. You'll find them on eBay and Amazon as well, but you'll pay a premium to get from them. So let's take a look at what's inside. So we have the Loreo L9208G. So you can see here I've gone for the blue sunburst effect, which is looking kind of black on this camera, which is there we go. So it's a deep blue with a sunburst effect. So what you get in the box, other than the watch itself, is you get a little recommended retail price. I have no idea what currency that is in, but if you paid 3,280 of US dollars, sterling or euros, you were severely overcharged. You get this little heart tag. Again, it's not really my kind of thing, but maybe somebody likes it. And you get a warranty card. It's a warranty card here, international guarantee card, Loreo watch certification. It is not signed, it is not dated. So I'm not sure how long the Loreo warranty is on this normally, but I mean, if it's unsigned, you could, if you were unscrupulous, you could throw any date you want into that. But we don't really care about that. That's the box done with. We don't care about that. We care about the watch. So here we have it, the L9208G. So it's a fully automatic seagull movement. It's 200 meters water resistant. It is 120 click rotational bezel. So 10 clicks to the 5 mark and then another 10 clicks to the 10 mark, giving you 120 click rotational bezel. The bezel's not bad. There's a little bit of play in it there, nothing excessive, and it is unidirectional, so technically suitable for diving, but I won't be using this one for diving anytime soon, and I will explain why later on in the video. So all the pushers and the crown are screw down, as is the exhibition case back on the back, showing off that seagull automatic movement. First function of the crown, you can see here as I unscrew it, is you can hand wind the watch. Second pull should operate the date wheel. There we go. Turns over to the 31st. And third pull, my apologies, stops the second hand up the top. So this hacks and hand winds, and you can set it to within the second that you want to set it to. As I say, pushers as well are also screw down, aiding with that 200 meters of water resistance. There's a good screw on these. So the top one, as you can see there, 2 pushes of that, is operating the wheel over here, which is the day. So we'll just put it back to Tuesday. And the one down the bottom, just screw this back in because I will forget that otherwise. The one down the bottom, as we unscrew it, here we go, operates this wheel, which is the month. So 1 push equals 1 month pushed on. And as we're in June, I will reset that to there. So fairly nice movement on it as well in terms of unscrewing and screwing these back down. They're fairly easy to do. And down here as well is actually a 24-hour indicator. So it'll tell you whether it is coming up to 9 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the evening. But to be honest, if you don't know that, you have bigger problems than a watch can solve. So, date wheel is not color matched, unfortunately. This is a blue watch, as you can see here. And this is a white date wheel. It's very rare at a watch at this price point to get a color matched date wheel. Now, I said price point, and I'm sure you are all wondering how much I paid for this. So what I paid for this watch is €54.88 in the AliExpress March sale, which comes in at £50 and 14 pence sterling, or $61.63 US cents. It's currently on sale at the regular price of €75.09, which is £68 61 pence, and $84.33. Personally, if I was to recommend this watch, I would definitely be waiting for it to go on sale. But to be quite honest, that's the case for most AliExpress watches. AliExpress has a sale once every 20 seconds probably, if you're being pedantic, and it will come up on sale again. The whole construction is 316L stainless steel. As you can see here, it's a mix of brushed and polished finish. You can see the polished finish here on the case, and then brushing on the lugs and the bracelet. Speaking of which, the bracelet itself is 20 millimeters, tapering down to 18 millimeters, back up at this three-way pusher clasp to 20 millimeters. Clasp is just basic three-piece push, and it clasps together like so. Signed clasp and signed crown. Nice touches. In terms of measurements, we're looking at a 45 diameter watch from the edge of the bezel here, which protrudes slightly over the case, to the tip of the crown. We are looking at a 46 to 47 millimeter lug tip to lug tip, and we're looking at about 13 millimeters just for off the wrist here. The weight on my 7-inch wrist, with a couple of links removed, is 149 grams. So there's a bit of weight to it, but it's not excessive. As I said, this is a blue sunburst style. This is the one I went for. It also comes in a light blue color. It comes in a pink color now, I believe. It comes in black. And I think that might be it. So I think you get, oh, there's a silver or white dial as well. My apologies. It's fence post hands, which are loomed. It's applied indices, just basic indices all around, as you can see here. Those are also loomed. And then these dials are not applied, they're just sort of stuck on with the hands around them not being loomed either. On my 7-inch wrist, as you can see, it kind of conforms quite nicely. Doesn't raise off too much. The lugs kind of sit onto the ends of my wrists here, and it just sort of melts in. It's pretty comfortable. It doesn't hurt to push my hand against the crown or the pushers, which is always good. And as I say, I really like that brushed bracelet. Again, it's nothing spectacular, but it just avoids it being all high polish. You get some high polish down here on the side of the case. Macro shots for you guys, so you can see up the top, Loreo Oyster Perpetual Superlative Chronometer, officially certified. I'm not sure who is certified by, but this is a thing that most of these AliExpress Chinese cheap and cheerfuls do. They'll throw on words like Oyster Perpetual and chronometer and certified. Most of the time it means nothing really, to be quite honest. It's fine. You know, I'd prefer, to be honest, if it just had Loreo on it and maybe water resistant 200 meters automatic, but you can't have everything. So you get that nice blue sunburst effect. You can see the applied indices are nice. They're not of a horrible quality. There's no glue on the edges. They're slightly truncated for the 3, 6 and 9, so you can fit those dials in. The color really is spectacular. I think this is a really nice color. The date wheel is nicely finished. It's just kind of stuck in there at the 430.
But you know, it's pretty much the only place they could have put it, considering where the other dials are. You can see those nice silver fence post hands with the loom applied and the arrow hand at the top there as it's making its sweep round. I suppose it's time to do the likes and the dislikes on this one. Things I like. I really like that bezel insert actually, that kind of Yachtmaster, I suppose you'd call it, that Yachtmaster bezel. I think it looks really cool. The fact it's not printed, these are all engraved. There's a nice feel to them. They actually feel like they're nicely finished. There's no sharp edges as I run my gloved thumb over these. That bezel's got a nice click motion to it. It's 120 clicks, so you can time things very accurately with it, whether you're diving with this one or whether you're just looking to make sure you take the roast chicken out of the oven on a Sunday at the right time. It's perfect for that. I really like the colour as well, and as I say, I hope the camera's picking this up. This lovely sunburst blue, it really is nice. It's quite a deep blue, and it really is spectacular in the sunlight. I wish I could get it out in sunlight for you guys, but as this is shot in Ireland, sunlight is at a premium. I also like the fact that it's a triple calendar. I don't have a triple calendar watch at the moment, so it's interesting to have the month, you have the day, you have the date, and it's got a 24-hour dial. Again, a 24-hour dial, it's not really necessary, but it's another little complication to have on a watch, and it's just something funky and cool to have. And I really like the weight and feel of this one. There's good weight to this, there's good heft. When you put it on, you know there's a watch on your wrist, you're not going to forget about it, but it's also not dragging your wrist down to your waist or dragging it down by your side. It's just something that feels good on, and it actually feels much higher quality than the price I paid for it, to be quite honest. The things I dislike, all that writing. Loreo, Oyster Perpetual, Superlative Chronometer, officially certified. I mean, I've had this one for a couple of weeks now. It took forever to arrive, I must say, nearly 11 to 12 weeks, but that is the global situation we find ourselves in, unfortunately. I've had it a couple of weeks now. I threw it into the watch box and just kept it wound and wore it every now and then. Took it out and checked it. I think it's about 7 seconds fast. I mean, to be honest, for that price, it's definitely not a chronometer and it's definitely not officially certified by the Swiss body COSC. But 7 seconds for, I mean, around the €50 mark is pretty phenomenal. But I really just wish it didn't say all those superlative chronometer and certified things. They're just not true. But look, that is the trade-off you get with a lot of these watches. The main thing I don't like though is the loom, or should I say the lack of loom. This is 200 meters. I've chatted to Loreo as well, and they've confirmed that yes, it is 200 meters water resistant. You will not be taking this one diving though. The loom is gone within about 5-6 minutes. It's pretty much unreadable. And 2 minutes later, you can see the loom is completely gone. So guys, would I recommend this watch? Yeah, I would. I think it's a really nice watch. It's got a mixture of polished and brushed stainless steel. It's got that beautiful blue sunburst dial, screw down crown and pushers, giving it the 200 meters water resistance, and it's got that automatic seagull movement. Now, I don't know if that movement actually moves the month when the date ticks over from the 31st. So let's find that out together. So I'm going to give it a full wind of a day's rotation by changing the hands, and we can see down there at the 4:30 the date's at the 31st. So let's check and see, does the month roll over? God, the suspense is killing me. I might have to add some drum roll in post-production, so if you hear a drum roll, you'll know I've figured out how to add that in. Here we go. So we're at 6 a.m. and we're rolling around to midday. We're getting to 6 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Here we go, midnight, and no. So the month has been manually adjusted.
So there you have it, guys. The Loreo Daymaster, the Loreo Yacht-Tona, the Loreo Split personality Rolex? Honestly, I have no idea what to call that watch. Loreo, hit me up. My degree is marketing. I'll sort you out, guys. You gotta start naming your watches. Until the next time, I've been DK. This has been the Watchtower. And that's all we have for now. Take care, folks. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed.